What's up guys, McCaddy here, bringing you our third UU battle of this session. Now, today I'm against a guy called Mate, who's a subscriber of mine, and also an absolutely excellent battler as well, so I am a little bit scared. So, looking at his team, he's got the Nidoking, which looks to most likely be his rock setter, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to be his physical wall, but it's definitely more likely to be a bulky set. He has the Mega Pigeot, which I'm not a huge fan of, I must admit. I think that can run the defog as well, so I need to watch out for that as well, but to be honest, galvantula may be able to handle that relatively well. He also has a Suicune as well, so I need to watch out with that and maybe use Bluck to try and counter that. His Crocodile is going to be fairly scary, especially with the my lack of resist and knockoff as well, so I need to watch out for that. A Rotom Mow, which I need to remember that Haxorus can hit with EQ if needed. He does have the Poison Jab for that, but I can hit that. And then a Heracross as well. So, looking at his team, I would probably say these are most likely to be Scarfed, but that raises questions of what he's going to be doing with that Heracross, because normally those are Scarfed as well. So it is going to be quite important to get the web up, I'm pretty sure. Mainly because of that Heracross and the Crocodile as well. So I'm not exactly sure what he's planning on leading with. Maybe the Rotom. So I still think it's probably worth going to Galvantula, just because the sticky web's quite important. If he does end up tricking me a Scarf, that's not going to be too bad actually, because it means I can actually handle that Mega Pigeot a little bit easier. So that's going to be quite interesting. So I think I'm just going to go straight out into Spexborough. If he does lead off with the Mega Pigeot, it is quite tempting just to go for the Thunder from there, just because I know how much of a threat that is. He leads off with the Nidoking, so I'm just going to get the Sticky Web off here. He may decide to send out to use Rocks at this point, and I won't be too worried, to be honest. I do set up the web as he goes to the Earth Power. So the question is, how useful is this going to be? Looking at his team, it's probably not going to be massively useful. I guess it's going to be quite useful for the Suicune. It is quite tempting just to keep it. I'm not exactly sure what I could go out into though, that's the only thing. I would quite like to go out into Haxorus at some point, because if I can set up a Dragon Dance, I'm going to be fairly comfortable from that. I think I am just going to let Spexborough go down, because I mean, the Suicune's still going to be able to take that relatively well. Pigeot does outspeed as well once it megas up, so I'm probably just going to go for, let's see, Bug Buzz, resists, no, Giga Drain is still the better bet, so I'm going to go for the Giga Drain here, just to get a bit of damage off, and that means that actually I can go out into, let's see, 276 speed. It's probably going to be outspeeding my Blastoise. I was also worried that he might also go for the Sludge Wave. So at this point I could go into Killer Bunny actually, and go for the Earth Power, because nothing really appreciates that, apart from the Rotom and obviously the Pigeot as well. It's really difficult to know. I want to get that Mega Pigeot out of the way as soon as possible, because I know how scary they are, and I really don't like them. I don't really want to take a hit from that Nidoking with Blastoise. There's not much point going out into that. Entei, I guess, is a possibility, but it is kind of walled by Suicune, so that's going to be a bit of a pain. I guess I could go out to Killer Bunny and Ice Beam. That might be the better play actually, because that hits 3 of his team for super effective, Heracross neutrally, and Suicune I can Thunderbolt from there. I think that's probably the better play, and I'm pretty sure an Ice Beam should be able to take that out. Looking at that, that seems to be more offensive orientated, and Killer Bunny with Ice Beam should be able to take that out. He's also going to be quite scared from the Earth Power as well, so I do imagine he is going to try and switch out from here. I really hope. If he ends up going out into the Pigeot, I'll be so happy. He does go out into the Suicune. Now that's a real pain. From here, I am in a little bit of trouble. So it's very tempting to go out into Bluck and risk the burn. because I really don't want him setting up. If I get a burn off, if he gets a burn on me though, it's pretty much GG, and he starts setting up. That's the only issue. Crocoon's such an issue. I'm gonna have to risk it. I think. I have a feeling he's probably going to set up from here. So it is tempting to go for the T-Bolt straight away, but then if he starts setting up, so if I was in his position right now, I would be fearing the T-Bolt, and well, we can work out how much that will do. So Ice Beam is resisted, so that was only 45 power, whereas Thunderbolt will be 90, 180 power, so it's going to do 4 times that. So 4 times that, is it going to be doing, it's not going to be doing enough to actually, it's so difficult. Let's see, because 4 times that, it's going to be doing about 60%. So I think I'm going to stay in and go for the T-Bolt. I think that's probably the best play, because if I can stay in and T-Bolt, then if he does decide to set up, then I can get him to a point where he has to rest. He does decide to go for the Scald. Hopefully he doesn't snag the burn. He does snag the burn, which is a real issue. So from here, it's quite tempting to go for Sludge Bomb. So we know how much T-Bolt did. So T-Bolt did, that's 180 power, and that does 59%. Sludge Bomb is going to be doing about, that's going to be doing 135. So it is going to be doing, so it'll be 60, 120, about 43%. So I think I'm actually going to go for, it is tempting to go for the Sludge Bomb as an alternative, just in case he does decide to bring Crocodile in. I think I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb here, because I know that can take this out. As long as my maths is correct. Okay, that's good. That's one massive threat out the way. It's just one left to deal with now. Looking at the rest of his team, we can find out now whether his Rotom is scarfed, I think. It's most likely going to be his Pigeot that's going to come out, which is going to be scary. So he does bring out the Pigeot, and I am just going to go for a Sludge Bomb here. Looking at his team though, nothing really appreciates an Ice Beam. He's quite ice weak actually. So it is tempting to go out into Blastoise now, Mega up and go for an Ice Beam, just because I know it's going to take out, it's going to do decent damage to most of his Pokemon. I think that's probably the best bet from here. Even if he does decide to go out into the Heracross, I think I'm probably going to then save Blastoise again. So we'll go for the Ice Beam here. I'm pretty comfortable that that's going to take out the Pigeot if he does decide to keep it in. What I am really worried about is if he decides to go for the Hurricane now. Oh, he goes for Defog this turn. Now that was a good play. So unfortunately I don't take it out, which is going to be a real pain. So I'm going to go for the Scald this turn. He does decide to go for the Hurricane. He gets the confusion. Please. Oh no. This is why I hate Mega Pigeot. So I'm now in a really precarious position where I'm going to have to go for, let's see. Let's go for the Ice Beam. This is why I must admit, Mega Pigeot is my least favourite Mega, because all they've done is sort of turned it into a spamming machine where it just goes Hurricane, Hurricane, Hurricane. And that confusion as well. Please, please. Yes. Okay. So the Pigeot is out the way. Oh. And unfortunately it's now in a position where Mega Blastoise is now useless, and in fairness anyway, most of these Pokemon would be able to handle it anyway, so it's not too much of an issue, and would have outsped and probably taken it out as well. So I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam here, and we'll see. So in terms of what I've got left, I'm a bit worried about that Crocodile, I must admit, because I have a feeling that's going to be scarfed. It's difficult to tell. It's going to be a game of which one's the scarf out of those three. I think it's more likely that Heracross is going to be banded. He does decide to go out into the Nidoqueen. So from here, let's see, I've got a few options. I can go out into Fairy Godmother. Bulk's not going to... Bulk's my least valuable one at the minute, by the looks of things. Because I can't really... I'm not going to be able to take a knockoff from a Crocodile that easily. Rotom may be able to trick me if it has a Scarf. Heracross has Mega Horn. Let's see. I don't particularly want to take a hit from this. That's the thing. But if it means my two sweepers stay alive, have more health, it's probably worth it, to be honest. I think I'm going to go out into Cress, and I'm going to be really cheeky, and I'm going to go for the sub. Because I'm interested to see how much this Nidoqueen can do to me, and also whether he decides to switch out. So I'm going to stay in and go for the sub, because if he then decides to go out into the Crocodile, I can get a massive hit off on that. You never know as well, I may just be being mean to Block without giving him a chance, really. So I get the sub off, and it's going to give me the opportunity to start healing back up to a position where I'm pretty sure 2 Moonblasts will take this out. It isn't the most damaging of Mons, that's the only issue. So we'll have to find out. So he does go for the knockoff there, and that obviously does break my sub. It doesn't bring it to a point where I'm going to be able to take him out in another go, which is a shame. But I think I'm interested to see how well Block's going to take this, because we can get an idea of whether this is scarfed or not. 70%. It's difficult to tell. So the Crocodile is worn down now, so that's one issue out the way, and now Fairy Godmother can tidy that up. So I'm going to go for another Moonblast. Let's just see, how much speed do I have on these? I'm going to have to go out into Fairy Godmother, unfortunately, from here. So I'm going to go out into Fairy Godmother just to get, because it's the only thing that outspeeds this Crocodile, and I can get, well, after, you know, using a extreme speed. So I think that's my only real play here. So it all comes down to whether I can sweep with these two. But him getting rid of the sticky web isn't making a huge difference to this. He does decide to go out into the Rotom this turn. Luckily, 2 E-Speeds takes this out, which I'm really surprised. That's pretty awesome work. This is also why I decided to run it Adamant, just because it does so much more damage. So for some reason I've got a really itchy nose. I'll try and stop itching it. Let's see. So I don't anticipate him switching into anything else at the minute. And he's going to try and keep that Heracross alive, but it comes down to whether I can... He does take the hit from the Rotom. Ah, that's a pain. Because that's going to make quite a bit of difference. That's min-max really messing me up there. Oh well. It now comes down to whether Haxorus can sweep from here. So I'm going to have to go out into the Haxorus. Oh, that min-max though. Right. Unfortunately, he does get the Intimidate off. So, what do I do? Well, we know for a fact that I don't outspeed, so it probably is GG from here, to be honest. So I think probably the best move to go for is the Dragon Dance here, because I've got to take it. I'm gonna have to take a hit from this, assuming this is max speed though. That's the only thing. Oh, yeah, that min-max lost me the game, I think, unfortunately. So the only thing is he might go for the knockoff. So I'm gonna go for the Dragon Dance here. I think that's my only option, because he does go for the knockoff, which is actually going to make quite a bit of difference. As long as this isn't scarfed, I have a chance. So I can go for the Dragon Claw now. Oh, this makes it really interesting. I was hoping he was going to go for the knockoff, because now I can deal out as much damage as I want to do. And now it just depends on me being able to take out that Heracross in one hit as well. Which, considering I've got 432 attack, I've got a chance. Ooh, I think he's realised his mistake. So I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw. By the looks of things, considering he switched out, I'm a little bit worried. So, oh, he did mess up here by the sounds of it. So he's switching out with his Crocodile just to try and get rid of a bit of damage. So I think from there, that was actually a really good play, because now the chances of me being able to take out that Heracross is now very slim. But this is very close. So I'm just going to go for another Dragon Claw. Oh, it's just whether I can take out that Heracross. Let's see. So it's all going to come down to this. I'm pretty sure outspeed, so I might even need a crit for this. So we'll see how it goes. I've clicked my most powerful move, and we'll just have to find out. Ooh, it's going to be tense. I love these games when it comes down to the last move. No, that really doesn't do enough. But yeah, that was an absolutely excellent game, Chris, and hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So, hope you enjoyed the battle, and I will see you at the next one. Macaddy out. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep up my latest content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Macaddy out.